What's up, everybody? How we doing? Everybody doing good tonight? I hope so. Appreciate everybody being here and coming out and all that good stuff. One of the things I'm trying to do, like with these live streams, is like making sure there's like less like loading screen time at the start, like waiting room time. I want to just get right to it. I don't want to make people wait a lot, but it's been a long couple of days. Actually, I've had quite a bit of kind of wild stuff happen the past few days. Gotta get my monitoring screen up so I can monitor the stream, how it's looking. What's up, Little Ray? What's up, Primeval, Lilith, Nelson? What's up, Last Soldier, Beck? How we doing? How we doing? Everybody, hope everybody's doing great. Yeah, last night I had some really bad internet issues. Looks like they're my consistently bad Kentucky internet, call Kentucky internet here. It's just always a thing. You know, last night it was, my internet signal last night was crippling. It was terrible last night. But hopefully it's a little bit better tonight. We'll see. I hope so. Doesn't look like it though, judging by the stream quality. So a couple of you had messaged me, asked if I was going to stream tonight. The answer is I want to. The answer is I want to. I just, you know, I get so frustrated with this internet quality here. I pay the most you can pay for internet in my area, for fiber internet and everything, and my signal still sucks. Like, it just drives me insane. But anyway, there are bigger problems in the world for sure. Everybody's doing good. I've been so busy the past few days, I haven't had a chance to look at gaming news or anything like that. I've been busy with ARAURA stuff. I've been busy with work, life stuff. Life has been crazy busy. Yeah, I wish I were a big streamer just so I could just make money and hang out with you all streaming and making content all day. But gotta go do the real job, just like all of you all do. Gotta go get the real job, pay the real bills, all that kind of stuff. So past couple days have kind of been rough, but it's all right. We're here now. But yeah, that's why I've not been on the channel too much here. Like, getting ready for the holidays and stuff is always wild, you know. It's always a bit of a slog sometimes. But yeah, and I'm tired. It's so late. I wanted to be on a couple of hours ago, but I worked later than I wanted to at work tonight. And trying to get a few other things done. Really got to chip away at this backlog. You know what I mean? So chip away we shall. I'm going to get started on that chipping away. And a few of you I messaged on Patreon. Beck, you were one of them for sure. I hope you got the message. I haven't had a chance to look at Patreon the past, well, today, really. But I messaged you about some things on there, and hope everybody got those said messages. Also, I put up a really important video on the ARAURA YouTube channel today. I know that's not what you all are here for. I know you're here to watch me play games or for gaming content and stuff, but it really means a lot, all of you that go over there, and that's my future, that's my baby, and I really appreciate everybody who goes and watches the videos, put a lot of time and effort into that content, and sometimes that stuff gets delayed because life happens, you know. As I said in that video that I put up today, every bit of animation that you see, every comic that you read, everything you do is made by these hands. That's it. It's it can be daunting at times, but when you all go on there and you like the videos and you comment on them and stuff, it really makes me feel good. I mean, of course, it feeds the algorithm, grows that channel, but I mean, that's it. More than anything, it just makes me feel good, and I really, really dearly appreciate it. Because when you go over there and comment on something and you're being positive and fueling that goes so much further, because that's my thing. That's something I made. That's a piece of my soul I'm putting into that. You know what I mean? Here, I mean, I love doing this channel. It's gaming content, you know. It's fun, and I'm passionate about these things. But at the end of the day, we're talking about other people's creations and stuff and playing their games and stuff, and that's awesome. I love doing that with you all. But when you all go over there and do that, that's like a step beyond. So those of you who do that, I really appreciate you, and I see you, and I thank you all for that. But yeah, so thank you, Nelson. Yeah, it was. I put a lot of time and effort into that video. But yeah, I'm really excited about all the cool stuff we've got coming and happening, and there's just a whole lot. And something else I want to do, I want to get like some kind of new camera angle here, because like I want to be looking like more at you all and not like so much off to the side all the time, but at you. But my current setup here on my desktop is kind of weird, because it's like it's too high. It's too high, so you'd be looking down, kind of down at me, and I don't like that, the way that looks from a production standpoint. So kind of figure that out. I might look for some stuff on Black Friday, like some new gear in here, or just like new setup kind of stuff, new lighting for sure. And I've got my overhead light, my stinky old overhead light, just like shining down on me here. But yeah, it's is a bright light, but I need it for studio stuff. So but anyway, what's up, Shadow Star? How are you doing? Good to see you. Thank you, Shadow Star. I appreciate that. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone. What's up, Chris? Happy Thanksgiving to you, sir. If you're in the States and you celebrate. A lot of you, I see some of those names. I know a lot of you all are not in the States, but happy Thanksgiving to you just the same. If you were here, I'd cut you a piece of turkey and get you some pumpkin pie. We would make it happen. We would make it happen, absolutely. Tides of Annihilation trailer? I didn't. No. I've been working all day, man. That's why I'm just now coming on. I've been working all day, worked all day yesterday. Tried so desperately to get internet issues fixed last night. It just wasn't happening. So, but yeah. So, no, I haven't checked it out. I saw that you posted some stuff on the Discord, but I haven't checked it out yet. That's not what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to do. Okay. There we go. Okay, cool. So I guess tonight we're going to play some Lunar. I saw that people were posting about that, and I'll let you all refresh me on this, because like I said, I've been stuck on the grind all day working. But like, so something happened with Intergalactic today. They announced something for Intergalactic. Is it going to be at the Game Awards or something? I think I read that it's not going to be at the Game Awards, so you all can fill me in on that. At first glance, it just looked like people were making a big deal over nothing. So I'm not really sure what that was, but again, I didn't have a chance to read anything either, so I don't really know what all the hubbub was about there. I think, I don't know, man. Like, I don't really give a whole lot of... I don't know. What's the best way to say this? I think people, like, I don't know. I guess it's rage baiting. They, like, try to clickbait or rage bait stuff when it comes to, like, Naughty Dog or whatever, especially Neil Druckmann. And I just don't get down like that. I don't. I just don't get down like that. I subscribe to the idea, unless you're giving something an honest critique, which I've given honest critiques on their stuff and other people's stuff. If I don't have something nice to say, that's not just like a critique, then I don't say anything at all. And rational people, common sense people, know the difference between a critique and just being negative. And I try not to be negative. So if all that stuff was just about people being negative, then I'm not interested. So that, I guess that's what I'm asking. Was it just people being like your typical, slugs online, your typical goons online, just rage hating or recreational hatred, or was it like some legit news? That's what I'm curious about. Okay, will not be at the Game Awards. It was rumored to come out next year, and major news reports saying it's coming out by 2027 and may skip the PS5 generation. Also rumors the game is being rebooted. I know negativity gets reviews, and that's why I've only got 5,700 subscribers. But that's okay, man. I'd rather keep it real. And sometimes I can be negative about things, especially when I'm talking about Resident Evil Requiem and all that kind of stuff. But it comes from an area of just being genuine. It's genuinely worrying about a thing that you want to do well, or genuinely, just being very genuine. Like, it's never like, oh, you know what? I saw that thumbnail's trending where that guy's hating on that thing. I'm gonna make a video just like that. Those people are goons. I try not to be one of the goons, but those people are total goonies. I'm not into that. If that's all it was. But okay, so it was like a legit news thing. Then it got delayed and it won't be at the Game Awards. Okay, all right. Well, I'm not like super interested in that game anyway. So for me, I'm like, oh, that frees up a slot at the Game Awards. Great. Maybe we can get something good in there. Not to say that game's not going to be good, but something I'm actually looking forward to. I'm not looking forward to that game. I don't know. I think the only game I've ever really liked from Naughty Dog, well, two, if you count the Uncharted games, the first Last of Us game, and the Uncharted games. Other than that, they've all just been kind of here. They've all just been kind of there, so I don't really get into all that. That's right, Shadow Star. That's right, yeah, like the new video I posted over there really kind of gets into a lot of that stuff. Shows off the voice acting cast a little bit, talks a little bit about inspirations and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's a video I've been wanting to do for a while. So Chris, what's funny about that is my wife is one of those people. She's not a gamer at all, and I've talked about that here on the channel before. I kind of told her what was, if they stick with Season 2 being the second game, like kind of what happens, without completely spoiling it. And she was like, oh, well, there's no way you would do that in a TV show. That's just bad storytelling. My wife, who was a film student who studied all different kinds of genres of film, from Kurosawa to, Scorsese. I mean, she studied all the great storytellers. She's a huge reader, reads all the time, very introverted, So she's not out there about fantastical video games and stuff like that. I told her the plot of the second game, Last of Us, and I said, no, this is what they said they're doing for Season 2. And she was like, no level-headed director would do that. She said no decent storyteller would do that. That's not going to happen, Ray. Maybe they did it in the game, but they won't do it on HBO. And then they did it. And she was like, that was worse than you said it would be. Like, I didn't watch the show, the second season or whatever, but she said, that was actually worse than what you portrayed it to be. Like, as far as, like, not like just narrate, like, shock and awe, like, oh, I can't believe that happened to my favorite character. Not worse that way. But she said from a storytelling and execution standpoint, it was just really badly written. And it was like, one of those things like, I can't believe we live in a day and age where this is, this level of bad writing is allowed on television. I tried to tell you. I tried to tell you. Right. Well, Last of Us 2 sales were awful. To say there wasn't fallout from the leaks and people leaking that stuff. Now, yeah, if I had played it and discovered that on my own, yeah, I would have been upset. But I'd already bought the game. Like when the leaks came out, that greatly affected the sales. It did. And I've said before, and again, we're not going to get into a Last of Us rage stream because it's moot. I don't want to give oxygen to things I don't enjoy. I want to give oxygen to things I do enjoy. I know that's very low CTR, but bear with me for a moment. Yeah, I mean, the leaks affected the performance of the sales, for sure. For sure. And plus, The Last of Us had a remaster. It had been out for years and years and years. So, naturally, it was going to get more sales. I don't think Last of Us 2 is going to get any more sales. Wasn't there a rumor that they were going to do a remaster or a remake of The Last of Us 2? And I'm like, that just came out not too long ago. Do some other stuff. Give us an Uncharted remaster or remake. If you want to remake a game, remake the first Uncharted game. You would get back to being a company that just prints money if you would do that. If they would just remake Uncharted 1, 2, remake all three of them, I don't care, but remake Uncharted 1, you're printing money. You're just printing money. But people are allergic to money these days. Just allergic to money. Like touching it, their skin breaks out. Don't want any money. Don't want any money. Yeah, that's right, Beck. Just open discussions with you all about kind of what the vibe is for what we're checking out right now, what we're into, what we're playing, what we're watching, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, just and having real discussions about it, and having disagreements about it in a place where you can disagree about things, and it's totally okay. Like, I disagree with a lot of you a lot of times, and I don't cringe when I see your screen name. I'm like, hey, what's up, so-and-so? Hey, what's up, so-and-so? We can disagree, and that's fine. In the words of Optimus Prime, I am made of sterner stuff. I don't need to have everybody agree with me. And if someone disagrees with me, I'm like, well, that's fine. You can disagree. We can have a conversation about it, but I'm not trying to win you to my side. That's one of the big things. So, one of the big things I want to have happen here too, just everybody be able to talk about what they want. But yeah, Chris, like a lot of normies and stuff that enjoyed the first season, hated the second season. I think we all predicted that was going to happen. Like, all of us gamers were like, okay, this is what's going to happen to that show, which sucked. HBO was pissed about that. I know for a fact that there were some executives at Max that were pissed about that. Pissed. They were sold a bill of goods on that show, and they hyped it to the moon. I'll never forget. I'll never let them live it down. I'm pretty sure. I don't know for a fact, but Neil Druckmann probably wrote this himself. It's like the greatest story ever told in a video game. It's like, you're off by miles, bro. Whoever wrote that is off by miles. It's not even top 10 stories ever in a video game. I'd rank it in the top 20, but I wouldn't even put it in the top 10. You know, I could reel off 10 right now that I enjoyed more than The Last of Us. Top 10 American games, maybe. I would give it top 10 American games. But top of all time? No. No. Well, no, yeah, I don't think anybody ever thought that was coming out in 2026. I mean, we talked about it, right? When they announced it, I was like, this game's a few years away. When they announced it earlier this year, I was like, this game's a few years away. We're not even close to this game. They just had like one cinematic to show, and that, yeah. Usually when that happens, you're at least 2 or 3 years away from a game coming out. Thank you, Shadowstar. I really appreciate that. Well, a lot of things with Sony, like, you know, here's the thing with Japanese studios. So how do I paint this? Everything moving to Japanese studios. There are hundreds of Japanese studios in America, like satellite offices, secondary, third unit studios, all that kind of stuff. So there will still be American influence on those games. There are lots of Japanese studios that have a base in the United States, like an office in the United States where people work on things. So just because they're focusing on reeling everything back toward Japanese devs and studios and stuff, that doesn't mean. And there's another reason I heard for this happening, but I'm not going to get into that tonight because I need to do some more research on that. And I need to talk to a couple more people about that. So I don't want to get into that right now. Some of the reasoning behind it. But it's anyway, it's interesting. So, but I'm not going to get into that time. We'll talk about that another time though. Hopefully next week we can talk about that a little bit. Last of Us 2 did get a what? The Last of Us 2 got a remake? No. I don't remember that. Come on. With Cassie Drake. Well, you know what? Now, I like Nathan Drake, man. I love Nathan Drake. I want that character. I don't want them to make Cassie Drake just written like Nathan Drake, because that's what they're going to do. That's what those hacks over there, those writers do, you know? We talked about this the other night. But yeah, Uncharted, we'll see. What was that one Uncharted, the Uncharted game without Nathan Drake that they did? And it like bombed? It's like when Ubisoft started doing Assassin's Creed after Ezio. I've talked about this. They slowly dropped off in quality to the point to where the only people buying it were your hardcore fans of the series, and you even started losing them too. That can be your opinion. My thing with The Last of Us, Little Ray, and I've talked about this before, is when I played The Last of Us 1, it was suggested to me by a friend, and I was like, I don't know, that genre was dying a death anyway. The whole post-apocalyptic zombie genre was kind of DOA for me when that game came out, because everybody was doing it. You know, since The Walking Dead hit, everybody was trying to do like their version of that, and they were trying to crank them out quick, you know. I think as far as games themselves go and what you can do in games and stuff like that, and how interesting the different types of things you can do in a video game like that are, Days Gone, for me, I like better than Last of Us 1. Now, Last of Us 1's got a better story. What makes that game special, The Last of Us 1, is the relationship between Joel and Ellie. That's what makes that game special. Period. For me, nothing else. You take either one of those characters out of that story and the way they're portrayed. You take Ellie out, how she's portrayed, or you take Joel out, how he's portrayed. It's not even the same. It's not even in the same galaxy of what that first game is. So, but the story itself is completely reliant. Even the concepts within the narrative structure is completely reliant on you getting and being attached to these two characters. Otherwise, it doesn't work. So, that was always my thing with The Last of Us 1. I love that game. Love that game. Great story. But the story is highly dependent on the characters. Whereas, like, if you take like a Lord of the Rings or something like that, there is enough in that world that you can tell numerous amazing stories, not just one. You know, so when you're in a world surrounded, encompassed in good writing and good structure and good detail and good narrative management, you can tell stories forever in those worlds. Like Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy VI, Final Fantasy X. You can tell stories forever in those worlds. Record of Lodoss War, Outlaw Star, Cowboy Bebop, Full Metal Alchemist. You can tell stories forever in those worlds and have them be interesting, just based on the interesting characters that are surrounding the main characters in those stories. Last of Us 1, it's Joel and Ellie, and that's it. I don't give a shit about anybody else. So, that's kind of my take on that. Okay, Last of Us 2 Remaster. I knew about the remaster. I thought you were saying it was a full-on remake. Yeah, the online cyberbullying stuff, I think that's such a crock. I mean, it's real. I'm not saying it's not real. But I think the people that do that are just so full of shit, man. Like, get a life. Get a life. You know, being online should be an amazing place where creators and performers can mingle with fans. Can mingle with fans just like you're at a convention or something like that. It should be this evergreen online place, but you get these absolute goons that just want to go on there with one of their 10 fake accounts and come on and give you the whole spectrum of personality complexes. You know, here's my Twitter handle when I want to be friends with this person. Here's my Twitter handle when I want to get mean with this person. Here's my Twitter handle I'm going to come at you with when I just want to say some terrible shit about you. And when I really want to get mean and tear you down personally, here's my fake YouTube account. None of these things have my real face on them, but all of them are me. Like, they're all me. My many faces. Online is so full of these goons. No wonder nobody wants to do with anything to do with people online. No wonder. Like, I talk with you all, and I've gotten my share of that stuff, but nothing like what these celebrities like Bella Ramsey and who are some other ones? Tons of people who've gotten bullied for just accepting a role and doing what the director asked them to do. You know, like all those poor people that were on the Acolyte, right, for Star Wars, which I didn't like Star Wars Acolyte, but not for the reasons that people online were lambasting it. I just thought it was just, it felt slapped together. But these actors didn't deserve to get bullied the way they did. I mean, that was just bullshit, you know? That was just nonsense. And so when people choose to use their voice online for that, well, you really don't deserve to have a voice. You can critique things, but here's the thing. Like, if you want to critique something that an actor was into an actor, don't. Because it's not their call. They're hired to do a job for the director or the producer or whatever, and they do the job, they carry it out, they get paid, they go on about their day. If you want to like try and get someone's attention, have a conversation with like a director or something like that, that's different. That's different. A writer or a director or something like that, that's different. Those are the people making the calls. But these people that try to dictate actors' moods and creators and all that kind of, just by bullying them and just being basically just a piece of shit human being. And make no mistake, If you do things like that, you're a piece of shit human being. Let me say it again for the kids in the back, real slow. If you bully people online, and I'll add this caveat too, and you don't have the balls or the guts or the spine or whatever you want to call it to put your face on your account, you're a worthless sack of shit. Period. And you're a coward. And you're a coward. So, let that be the PSA for tonight. Like, when people go attack these people online and Naruto's your fucking avatar, or Cloud Strife is your fucking avatar, you should instantly just make Hojo your avatar. Because you're acting more like Hojo than Cloud. Don't be a piece of shit. Now, I'm not talking to anybody here in the chat because I know you all aren't like that. I hope you're not like that. But, anyway, people who would bully people online, just cowards, man, and just clowns. And that's, when you think about nerd fandom, that's what people think of. Like, people that bully people, like Naughty Dog for making the games that they want to make. Look, if you're not into the inclusive stories and stuff they want to tell, that's fine, you don't have to buy it. But instead, rather than, you know, and I'm not saying I go one way or the other. I like JRPGs. They've always been inclusive. You know, people want to say, oh, DEI, inclusivity, all that kind of stuff when they talk about Naughty Dog. I see the conversations. I don't get into those conversations because I just don't, I don't jive with that line of thinking. If I don't want to play something, I just don't play it and I don't talk about it. You know what I mean? That's how grown-ups do shit, you know? But I've been an anime fan and a JRPG fan all my life. And those have always had different people from different walks of life and all that kind of stuff. If people feel the need to go out and bully those people for making their games, just log off, man. Just log off and just go away. Nobody has time for that shit. And I'm not trying to be political, but you know, we're talking about Naughty Dog, and this comes up all the time. People DM me with, "What's your opinion on this? What's your opinion on that?" Trying to get me to go one way or the other. I just think you just treat people well. I think you should just treat people well. And if you don't have some constructive criticism for someone that can help them do better at what they're doing. Now, I ask for constructive criticism a lot. How can I be better? You know, how can I be better at this? How can I be better at that? And sometimes I get some harsh criticism. Sometimes I get constructive criticism. But I look at it all as criticism. Because I asked for it. Help me. Help me out. Make me better. But when people are getting this unwarranted hate online for a thing they did, that shit's got to stop, man. But that's why these people don't interact with people online. They just don't. In a perfect world, all of our favorite gaming creators and directors and actors and everybody would just associate with us online. They would just talk to us. Like, yeah, I've had a great day. How are you doing? Oh, yeah, I was working on this thing. I can't talk about it. I signed an NDA. But, man, you guys are really going to love this. Thank you for being a supportive member. I appreciate it. You know, oh, yeah, I saw you at this show. I remember that. Yeah. It would be a utopia. It would be just a fun utopia. You got to go to work. You come back. Oh, my God. Get back from work. I'm going to get online. I'm going to get on Twitter. I'm going to get on Instagram or whatever. And I'm just going to interact with my favorite director. Maybe I'm going to see if they saw my comment and commented on it today, you know. That would be a utopia. But unfortunately, it's not the world we live in. And here's the thing. Those shitty people, it's maybe 0.5% of the people that are actually into this stuff. But they're always the vocal ones. They're like, I'm going to make my voice heard. No, you're not. You're going to get blocked. Or you're going to get hidden from channel and just scream into the void forever. You know, I've had to block, well, not block, but hide users from channel. They just always come on with like shitty comments. You know the part in Superman, the old Christopher Reeve Superman, where Zod and the other Kryptonians get thrown into the shadow zone and they're in that mirror, just like flipping through space, like, ah, like, that's what I picture when I hit hide from channel on people. Hide from channel. Ah. You get shadow zoned. They should call hide from channel or block on Twitter or something. They should call it just shadow zone. You got shadow zoned. We should normalize shadow zoning people. Shadowstar. I've had the biggest debate with myself lately. If Cloud wasn't saving the world or being stalked by Sephiroth, what job would he take on? I am betting a barista. Curious what everyone else thinks. I don't know about a barista. A delivery boy. An Uber driver, which is essentially what he is in Advent Children. I could see Cloud wanting to hit the road a little bit, get away a little bit, that kind of thing. Create X Phantom Zone. Phantom Zone, not Shadow Zone. I was thinking of a Static X song. Static X, that's Shadow Zone. Phantom Zone, that's that is Superman. Thank you. Uncharted: The Lost Legacy was the DLC to Uncharted 4, where you play as Chloe. It sold under 6 million units. It got great fan reviews and critic views. Nobody complained about playing as a woman. Exactly, Chris. That's the thing. You know, we've talked about this before. It's like, oh, okay, that was the DLC. Okay, I thought that was a standalone game, and I never heard anything else about it. I just assumed it didn't sell well. Well, here's the thing. Like, just write good characters, man. You know, just write good characters. Like, my thing with a lot of the Last of Us 2 characters, going back to like Naughty Dog, was like Uncharted. All the characters are written well, and they're written correctly. Like their motivations, who they are, what they're after, what's important to them, what they're afraid of going toward, their past, where they want, the kind of person they want to be. Every character is written so well. But in The Last of Us 2, I just felt like, and even in The Last of Us 1, like Joel, Ellie, and there were maybe one or two other characters that were pretty fleshed out, but everybody else in those worlds just feels like the same character. Now I get you got the same worries. I don't want to get killed by these, you know, fungus monsters and all that kind of stuff. These pseudo zombies, but like give us a little more depth to some of these characters. Like in Last of Us 2, playing through it, like none of the characters outside of Ellie, because you're attached to Ellie, right? Even though she's kind of flat in the second game. But you still have like leftover feelings for that character from how good the first game was. You want to see her do well. Until you realize everybody in this game is written so flat. Like everybody's flat. Like everybody's like rage or depression or like whatever. Until Ellie does her two fingers strum of the guitar at the end and smiles. I mean, it's, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I'll just say it wasn't my cup of tea. But yeah, you gotta, Uncharted's writing is incredible. It's the best all-around writing that has ever come out of that company, for my opinion. Superman 2, the Richard Donner version. Yes. Yeah, delivery driver all day. Yeah, maybe look at the documentary someday, Chris. Maybe one day. And again, for those of you just joining, sorry for the late stream. It was a long day at work. I had some bad internet issues last night, which are still kind of rearing their ugly head a little bit tonight. I've noticed I've got my side stream open over here, and like it's real choppy in places. I'm trying to get it figured out. I'm trying to get the internet stuff figured out. So I'm paying for the best internet you can get in my area, but it is Kentucky, so you got to bear with these people. They you try to get a person on the phone to help you out, try to get a tech out here and everything, and then they're like, well, it looks like on this end your stuff's working well, and I'm like, well, on this end it's not, and that's the end that matters, so I need somebody out here to fix it. Oh yeah. Huh. Let's see. I've got a couple interesting notifications here. Let's see. wild. I keep getting these weird Walking Dead notifications about the Walking Dead show. I haven't watched that show in forever. It's like, coming back, this character and that actor. And I'm like, I don't even know. And it's weird because, like, how much your phone listens to you. You know what I mean? Because things I'll talk about with my friends, it's gone beyond, like, you know, you just get the ads on, like, Facebook or whatever social media you're on for things you were talking about with somebody. Now, I'm getting YouTube video suggestions for people from things that I've just talked about with people. Which is weird, because if you're getting notifications like that, then it has nothing to do with what I'm subscribed to. It's very interesting. Did you ever see Kitase claimed FF6 remake would take 20 years to make? Yeah, I saw that. I think he was just being facetious. He didn't mean that. He was just like, next question. You know? That was his way of going, okay, next question. Can we move off of that? Next question. That's all that was. Some of those things should not be taken seriously. Final Fantasy VI Remake could be done in 6 or 7 years. They could do that in 6 or 7 years. They don't want to work on it right now. So that was a let's move the interview along question. I can't remember, was that an online article he was interviewed at, or was he at a show where somebody just caught him at a show? I can't remember which one that was. One of the two. I don't think it was in an official sit-down setting. And a lot of times when you do these website posted interviews, you're going back and forth in email. You're sending questions via email, they're answering and sending them back to you. And sometimes it can be their assistant. Like, hey, how would you answer this? Like, oh, I'd say, yeah. The assistant sends it back from their email. From the, like, say, Kitase, from Kitase's official email. Chrono Trigger remake would take 30 years. My God. It'll take infinity because they don't want to do it. Infinity for the Chrono Trigger remake because Square Enix does not want to do it. They won't say that. They don't want to disappoint the fans. Well, that part's too late. They've already disappointed the fans. But to just not even address it, I would rather them come out. Now, I'm the type of guy that rather than talk about me behind my back, I'd rather you punch me in the face and say you don't like me. Like, so with Square Enix, I would rather just come out and have them kick the fans right in the nuts and say, look, we don't want to work on it. Please be excited for Final Fantasy 23. We don't want to work on it. Please be excited for Kingdom Hearts Chain of Relative Thought and Emotional Dreamscape 2.7 Remix Ultra Sparkle River Fairy Deluxe EX version. Thank you. I would rather them come out and say that. Why would they not want to do the remake? Because there's been random things over the years. Like one of their 17 former presidents over the last 10 years came out. He had a line about, I don't know, 5 years ago. I don't remember which head this was, but he came out and he was like, well, you know, we would have to see how, you know, you go out and like buy it on Steam. Let us see how the numbers do or whatever. You know, it was basically a throwaway answer, basically saying we're not looking at that. Well, yeah, I mean, it's available on Steam right now, so if those sales numbers look good, then we'll consider it. You know, it was something like that, and I'm paraphrasing, but it was something like that. And there was another time where they came out and said, well, we released it on Game Boy Advance back in the day, and the sales were okay, but they weren't great, so we decided to move it. No, these are all just like ham-fisted answers to just avoid the topic altogether. And every time it comes up, someone will ask a Chrono Trigger question. And if they ask it to like a company head, it'll be like, you know, we have many projects in the pipeline right now, so just please be excited. And, you know, that's something we would love to revisit in the future. Yada yada. Same old kind of walk the line company answer. When you ask an artist or a creative at Square Enix, they're like, oh yeah, we would love to. We would love to do that sometime. Yeah. But a business person won't green light it. The creative people want to do it. So that tells me that game is never getting made. Kingdom Hearts, Chain of Eternal Suffering, yet hopeful dreams, childlike, Twinkle River Fairy Deluxe, EX, Quantum, Dreamscape, Sparkly, Definitive Edition, 2.89, 3.14, repeating for Pi, Remix, coming soon. But we don't want to remake Chrono Trigger. Very much simpler title. We don't want to remake it. We don't want it. Don't want it. Blech. Get that out of here. Tastes terrible. Tastes like dry turkey. Happy Thanksgiving. Oh yeah, no. I don't think the Steam machine will be discounted. And I don't think it needs to be. I think the Steam machine is something that's very intriguing to people. Like even to me, you know, I can't really do Steam because I have a Mac. And Mac does not play well with Steam. Like a lot of the games you can't even buy for Steam on Mac. It's got to be like PC. So for someone like me, like I would be very interested in... I don't give a shit about the specs. The specs will be good enough to run modern games and stuff. And the games I'm going to play off of Steam are going to be like, you know, old games that you can buy. Or games I missed out on a generation or two ago, you know. So I don't put a whole lot of like, does it run in 120 frames per second? Can I get 8K even though the human eye can't register 8K? Can I have it streamed directly into my temple right here if my frontal cortex? I don't give a shit about those specs. I'm like, can I play fun games on it? Can I play a lot of fun games on it? I think when the Steam machine comes out, is there an official name for it yet? Or is that the official name? I think when it comes out, you won't see a discount on the hardware, but I think there will be a big Steam sale, like on the games. I think there will be a big sale on the games. Hey, you got this really huge, hefty piece of hardware. Load it up with some games. We got the games for you. That would make them probably the top console. Like if you could buy a Steam, let's say it's $700. Let's say it's $700, whatever it winds up being. And for another $100, you can load it up with 20 games. You're playing that and only that for like a year or two. You know? Business 101. I'm looking at that and I'm like, you want to put some hardware developers in a bad spot? If you're Valve, that's how I'd do it. But nobody asked old marketing guy Ray over here, but that's how I'd do it. I don't want to pay $800 to play a Chrono Trigger port, but I would pay $800. I'd pay $799.99 to have 30 to 40 games I would have never touched otherwise at a discounted price. Sign me up. Sign me up for that all day. Especially if it's things like, you know, Steam's got games that were only on Xbox that I didn't get to play. I'm not buying an Xbox. You know what I mean? Steam's got games that were available on PS3, PS2, if they do. I mean, I don't know if they do, but I'm just spitballing theoreticals. If I could play PS1, 2, and 3 games that are on Steam and available on Steam that have been put on there by other companies, but it's not available on PlayStation, and I can play those on a Steam or Valve's new machine, absolutely. And that should be what they're leading with. Yeah, Valve is going to destroy, like, full-on kaiju wrecked city battle on Xbox. This is going to be the final nail. Now, Microsoft has infinite money, and Xbox will always be a thing, but it's going to be, I mean, it's going to become the Atari. You know, it's going to be the Atari. Atari, people forget, they still attempt to make a system every now and then. Like every now and then, Atari will still attempt to make like a system and target like old school gamers. problem is they never get out of prototype phase. Like every 6 or 7 years, you'll hear Atari has a new prototype coming out for a system, and then it's gone. So Xbox will be like a couple of steps ahead of that. I think they will continue to try and make systems for a more premium, curated audience. Xbox snobs will always be twirling their mustaches, looking down at everybody, biting on their biting on the processor chip for taking pictures with the new processor for the new Xbox, and continue to make shitty games that nobody wants to play. That will be the business model for the next 30 years for Xbox. Keep making super powerful systems and beautiful games that suck and nobody wants to play. Well, that's what the popular fan theory is, Chris, and I thought that for a while too, but I don't think Xbox has any ideas other than keep making hardware. I think they like the idea of having a console, like a dedicated console for their software in people's homes. And I don't understand that, because you're losing so much of the market share. And those consoles aren't cheap to make. Like people's profit margin on those consoles is not good. Like it's always like, you know, companies might make like, I don't remember what the number, I think around PS3 Sony was only making like $35 to $40 every time they sold a PS3 at, I think it was $299.99 when that was the price point of the PS3. They were making like $35 to $40 per unit because of all the, you know, exporting fees, licensing fees, putting stuff in store. Like, you take away all the overhead and all the extra charges and stuff, it was something like just above 10% of the actual retail value, which is pretty good if you're selling millions of units. But still, if you took all that effort, time, and energy and just poured it into making software like Xbox should, that company would rebound in no time. Like, you could skip a generation. You could put Xbox games in people's homes and really, like, if Phil Spencer came to me and said, "Ray, how do we fix Xbox?" I'd be like, "All right, stop making systems for one cycle, 6-7 years. Stop making it. Just focus on like quality control for your games, your first party games. Spend 5 to 10 years reorganizing that, get that going." And I mean, you would have had to started 3 years ago for this to take into effect for like the PS7 generation, right? Work on getting your studios up on like the quality of their games, what they're producing. Make Xbox like a household name again. Oh man, yeah, I'm playing this on my PlayStation. I'm playing this on my new Steam machine. I'm playing this on Nintendo Switch. You know, all these Xbox Studios games, man, they're killing the game. Man, they are lighting it up. These are the best games coming out right now. Then you say, oh, by the way, unveil the new Xbox. We got new Xbox coming. All these games you've been loving, this is going to be the dedicated home. They're going to run best on this. You know, all these games you've been loving, playing from us again, it's going to run best on this, you know. And we're going to drop it on you all like this. We're going to be $50 under the PlayStation 7. We're going to be $50 underneath the PlayStation 7. We're going to be right on time with whatever switchy poo Nintendo's coming out with next. We're going to be right at the price point for that. And you would play these awesome games. And it's going to come with a game. It's going to come with 2 games. It's going to come with Halo, you know, Combat Evolved Resurrected for the 5th time. It's gonna come with this. It's gonna come with the new Elder Scroll. It's coming with Elder Scrolls 6. Yes, I think we're 10 years away from Elder Scrolls 6. It's coming with Elder Scrolls 6. It's coming with Forza. You know, whatever. Name whatever you want. It's coming with a new Fable game. It's coming with 2 bangers right out of the box. That's how you fix Xbox. It's not hard. It's just they can't get their head out of their ass, man. Like, you could fix it. You could fix it in a couple of years. They just can't get their head out of their ass. They would rather have CEOs come on and talk at screens rather than talk to people. That's it. It's so weird. It's so... And I don't know. Like, Phil Spencer used to not be that way. I don't know what it is. I think he just kind of comes off as a guy who's given up. To be honest. Like, if that's the best Xbox can do for this time, it's time to wrap it up. It's time for them to just kind of tuck it in and try again another time. I'm going to take a quick break, get me a little beverage, and I'll be right back. I told you to be quick. Ugh. But yeah, so I think... Interesting, I didn't think I'd be talking about Xbox tonight either. You all take me in a bunch of wild places I didn't think I was going to go. Every time I come on and talk, that's why I like talking to you all. I spent an hour talking and thought I was just going to come on this game and nobody'd be here. But here we are. Here we are. We're 40 plus strong in the chat. Hey, hit me up. Let's get some questions. I'm in a talking mood now. I was just going to play Lunar tonight, but I'm in a talking mood. Let's go. Let's rock. What do y'all want to talk about? And by the way, thank you all for messaging me all the kind words for that Aurora introduction video. We've gotten some cool comments. A lot of you messaged me saying you liked it. especially the part where I talk about the influences, like the 90s, 2000s anime and video game influences. That's a big part. I wanted people to know that. I wanted people to know in that video what my influences were, and you know, that also shows people why they might like it. You know, oh, I'm actually into those things. You know, so I think the biggest thing with Aurora right now is a lot of people just don't know what it is because they've not read the books, and you know, they've not really checked out the animation. So I'm really excited about where that's going. So thank you all for the kind words. It really means a lot. That is my life's work. As I said in the video, I've spent over 25 years crafting this world, and the last 12 years making comics and making short stories and everything else. So there would be a lot more content out if that's all I did. You know, for a lot of that time, for 10 years, I worked 2 jobs and did this a little bit, you know. So, but back on what we were talking about earlier, though. Like, I think this next year, it's going to be interesting. Like, with Sony moving a lot of their game dev stuff back into Japan, like locking it down, and the stuff happening with Xbox, is it melting down? Is it going away? You know, and Valve doing the Steam machine. Here's why Valve is interesting. What can you do on Steam as an independent developer that you can't do at other places? You can just upload your game to Steam, right? And let people buy it and play it. This is what I haven't seen a lot of people talking about. And you were talking about the Steam machine earlier, and it made me want to talk about this. What has been destroying every game award that comes across? Sandfall Interactive, Clear Obscure Expedition 33. That game is amazing. And I think there are other indie developers out there ready to make their amazing game. The Steam machine is going to be paramount in that. I know a lot of people, well, not personally, but I talk with a lot of independent developers and stuff like that online who they're making cool stuff, and I hit them up, you know. Like that Chronicles of the Wolf was amazing. How much did I play that? Well, you all watched me. I played a ton of Chronicles of the Wolf. I was like, God, this is the Castlevania game I want right now. And it was incredible. Incredible. I don't platinum games. I'm like 4 trophies away from platinum that game. I was like, I want to platinum this game. Period. I just want to platinum. Games like that, and games like Clear Obscure Expedition 33, and other games, like even smaller single A, double A games that are going to be coming out. The Steam machine from Valve like, I don't even know how to explain it. I think I know you all know where I'm going with this. Like, let's say you and your buddy make a game, and it is like the Aurora stuff I'm working on. People think it's a whole team of people. No, it's just me. That's just me that animated that and drew all the comics and everything and wrote everything. That's just me. Let's say a version of that with video game development. You've got a couple of people, a couple of friends, or maybe just one person. Like, but I've been working on this game, you know, I've been working on this game for a couple of years in my spare time, you know, 4 to 6 hours a day, 3 or 4 days a week for about 2 to 3 years. It's finally done. I've tested it with some people. I'm going to put it up on Steam and see what people think. I'm just going to upload it to Steam. Just going to upload it to Steam. Well, now you're going to have a console that people can play those games on. It's not going to be curated. It's not going to be gate kept. Oh, I can't get it on the PlayStation Marketplace because of X, Y, and Z. Oh, I can't get it on Game Pass because of A, B, and C. No, I can't get it on Nintendo Switch because it's like the Iron Curtain, getting your stuff on Switch. Can't get it on there. But people, I can upload it, and in a couple of hours when it clears uploading processes, I can take a link from the Steam store and put it on social media and be like, my game is available now. play it on Steam or play it on your Steam machine right now. It's $1.99. You want to see the independent developer scene blow the F up? Wait till that Steam machine comes out. Wait till that Steam machine comes out. Shit is going to blow up with independent developers. And I love it. I love it. And this goes back to what we were talking about before here on the channel. What I was talking about. Jeff Keighley and his team at the Game Awards Inc., they know this is coming. They know the great independent revolution is coming. And what's cool as hell about independent game developers making their games and doing their thing is they're all fans of something different. We got these little pocket dimensions now of fandoms, right? Like, you can't just say you're a video game fan anymore. I love video games. Which ones? Like genres and niche genres and subgenres for those niche genres and everything else in between. You know, it's I think a video game magazine would be impossible to have now. You'd have to have niche video game magazines. A fighting game monthly, an RPG gamer monthly, a Grand Theft Auto monthly. Grand Theft Auto is its own genre, you know. You'd have to have all these different genres. So now you got independent developers like Sandfall Interactive. Hey, yo, look. We love classic RPGs, especially classic Japanese RPGs. Oh my god. We're going to make our own version of that. And we've put all of our time, effort, and energy into making every aspect of this thing perfect. Or as perfect as we can make it. It's our love letter for the 90s and 2000s JRPG. Our love letter to this genre. Everybody's going to be able to do that now. How awesome is that? Everybody's going to be able to do that now. You know, this company was founded on love for Thousand Arms. We want to make our own immersive, text-based dating RPG with action elements. And that is going to be what we do. It's going to be more predicated on, you know. Everybody's going to be able to do this now. And the Steam machine is going to open the black hole portal for everybody to just walk through. Like the end of Endgame, when all those sling ring portals are opening up, you know, and everybody come walking through it. It's like... And Thanos staring at all these portals opening. That's the Xbox. That's Phil Spencer at Xbox watching all these portals open and people doing their own thing. And that's the Steam machine on the other side. Everybody's just coming through. Everybody's just coming through the portals. That's going to happen. It's happening now. It's happening now. And I think Jeff Keighley and his team were some of the first ones to spot this and be like, we need to get ahead of this. We need to get out on this right now. And I have championed them about that. I have saluted them on that. That's amazing. I love that they're doing that. Hey, thank you, Beck. I really appreciate that, man. Thank you a lot. Labor of Love. I love telling that story. I love those characters, and I can't wait for everybody to experience the first part of that story in January. I'm so excited, man. And the voice cast we got for it, my God. I mean, I'm just like the luckiest dude on the planet, you know. Somebody joked with me that we're making the Godfather of like anime. I was like, well, it's not really anime because it's not made in Japan. But just if you take away that it's not made in Japan, it's anime. Like, it's meant to look, feel, sound, be written like anime. I mean, it's top to bottom. But yeah, so I am really excited. That's, Chris, like you were commenting on it earlier. That's why I'm excited about the Steam machine. Because you know how many games you're going to be able to buy on Steam for like under $5 that are just awesome indie games that are coming out with put in your hands? Hey, I got this 5-hour roguelike I worked on. We're going to do DLC. We're going to update new levels on it all the time. Check it out for $4.99 on Steam. I'll be at work. I'll see that on my phone. Bet. I'll go buy that right now. It's going to load up to my Steam machine. When I get home, I'm going to boot it up and play it. I'm going to go on with the Kaufmanites and say, hey, I downloaded this new game at work tonight. I'm going to come home and play it. Let's check it out. There's going to be a lot of that happening. And that's the part about the Steam, the new Valve system, that I am really excited about. And see, that's what Xbox could have been. Xbox could have done that. But they never knew what they wanted to do with, like, Game Pass. Like, they never really figured out what they wanted that to be. They're still figuring it out. The new pricing structure stuff is so oblivious. It's so blind to where gaming fans are at this point and what they're looking for. Like, redoing that whole pricing structure and how convoluted it was, and just like, I don't know, man. Like, it always just kind of screamed desperation to me. And I think I wasn't the only one that thought that. A lot of people were right there with it. So, yeah, I don't know. I think I'll be on board to see what they do. Like, with Valve. I'll be on board to see what they do. I'm excited. I don't think they're going to mess it up. I don't. I think they've got a plan. I think they've had a plan. I think we're closer to this thing being reality and launching, like, in really great shape. Closer to that than a lot of people think. But anyway, I'm going to jump into some Lunar. Get back to this just for a few. I don't know how much longer I'm going to stay up because I got to be up in the morning and we're hosting Thanksgiving dinner at my house for the family, so I got to get up a little bit early-ish to start cooking and start moving things around in the kitchen and stuff. So we shall see how long I can stay up and stick around here. Lunar Remastered Mode. You know, we were talking about the Devil May Cry remake recently, or like the hope or the thought for a Devil May Cry remake earlier this week. I almost broke out Devil May Cry 2. I almost hooked up my Devil May Cry 1. God, no, not 2. 2's not horrible, but it's not Devil May Cry 1. I was going to hook up my PS2 and get it going tonight, and I didn't do it. I thought about it, but I didn't do it. Lunar. How I love you. How I love thee, Lunar. I was going to say, my start button not working? Continue. Katarina Zone. My sprite-based RPG goodness. Happy Thanksgiving, Weed Bear. Good to see you, brother. You need to get on streams more, man. I need to see you in my streams a bit more. Oh, I need to speed up. I was like, why is my guy moving so slow? Let's do a little grinding as we chat. And grind my levels up a little bit. This is a good spot for it, too. There's some tough fights here still. Dream Cane. We're the Dream Caners. That was a bad one. That was bad. I'm just saying it's good to see you, man. You come on whenever you can. No pressure. It's just really good to see you. La. La 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 la. I need to talk to Austin Matthews here soon. If y'all know, he's the guy who plays Roche in Final Fantasy VII Remake. I cast him as one of my characters, Nesden, in Aurora, and he's talking about that in that new video that I put out. There's a little spot of him talking about that. But I didn't know that he plays Ronfar in the Lunar 2 remaster on here. He plays Ronfar. Ronfar was a character I thought of a lot when I was writing Nesden for Aurora. So it's so weird that it kind of comes back full circle like that. I haven't told him that yet. So, oh wow, nice. Nice use of your MP there. I approve this use of MP. But yeah, I haven't talked to him, and I haven't had a chance to tell him that yet, but... Oh yeah, there you go. That is a proper use of MP, but now you're out of MP. Let's see here. There we go. Give you a little there, Alex. I'll wipe everybody out here. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. Dream Cane. I feel like there's a name for a metal band in there somewhere. Like a Finnish rock opera metal band, you know, like Nightwish or something like that. Dream Cane. There we go. Give him hell. Give him hell, Alex. This one, the original Lunar, I want to say came out in 1992, 1993. I think Lunar 2 was 1994. I might be mistaken on those numbers, but I think it was right around that area. In 2000 or 2001, they put out the Working Designs collector's editions on PlayStation 1. And now the remasters. I've got the PS1 remasters, the collector's editions. I've got those, and I was so happy to finally get this. I didn't know how I was going to feel about the dub because I love the original dub so much. So I didn't know how I was going to feel about the dub for this game. But I like it. I'm fine with it. I was going to say, can we get a little action here, Alex? Can we get a little action? Sleep. Sleep. Alright, let's see where we're at. Where's my character stuff? Oh, here we go. I was like, hang on a second, I forgot how to check levels. Next level, 1494. Now put him at 20. Okay. Alright. Alright. And yes, I still listen to the Lunar 1 and 2 soundtracks when I'm working on stuff. Absolutely. Without regrets. Hang on a second. Let me do something. I was like, wow, that was at the front of my mind. I'm going to text him real quick. One of these nights, I'm going to surprise you all on stream. I don't know when. I can't even promise how or whatever, but one night I'm going to get one of these people on stream and just surprise you all and just chat it up for about 5 or 10 minutes. One night I'm going to do that. I might do that soon. I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. Is this the way out? I'm sure the way out's around here somewhere. Okay, yeah, it's... This is it? Yeah, this is it. Okay. This will reset. Okay. That's the next town we gotta go to after, Vane. Ba-ba-ba-bum. Let's get him. Alright, there we go. Successful battle. Now we need to... I got so much money on here now. Like, that's the thing about grinding. That's one of the things I love about grinding in these games, is you just get so much money. See, what's our health situation looking like? We're good. All right, now we're super good. Now we are super good. Ba-da-ba-ba-bum. You know, Lunar 2 was the game that made me fall in love with the grind in JRPGs. Before that, I played like a lot of Zelda and I played Final Fantasy and stuff, but Lunar 2 is really the game that made me fall in love with grinding. It made me like grinding and leveling in RPGs just as much as the story themselves. Like, if you give me some satisfying like game mechanics and rewarding like grind sessions, like good enemy drops and like places to hunt for like good EXP farming areas and gold money farming and stuff like that, like, I'm in. Like, I'll play a game like that forever. Ooh, this battle's gonna be rough to finish, I think. Can we get it? Can we do it? We did it. Alright, we're gonna use that on, let's see, Luna for sure. And we'll use one on Alex. And is that all my... Do I not have any Starlight left? Well, I thought I had plenty of Starlight. I do not. Hang on. Oh, this is... I hadn't done this yet. I hadn't used this yet. Dude, Beck. Oh, you're speaking to my heart now. Oh my god. Yes. That was my favorite place to grind in Final Fantasy XII. I shit you not. I spent forever there grinding my characters out. Shit you not. Wow. As soon as I read Dalmasca, I was like, oh, Esther Sand, I know exactly what he's about to say. Oh, dude, that... I had a moment. I went back in time there. Oh, man. That just tells me I need to play Zodiac Age soon. I bought it forever ago and never played it. Because, you know, I just wanted to have it purchased. But I actually need to play it. Yep. Dude, the T-Rex is a good hunt. It's a good hunt in that area. That was something else I loved about Final Fantasy XII was the hunt boards. For my money, it was like the best extra jobs, like side job gigs in any Final Fantasy game. Like, it was my favorite. As far as like extras you could do and stuff. Side quests and all that. Gonna need you to man up here, Alex. Let's go. They were, and there were so many of them. That was the other cool part. There were so many hunts. And the higher level ones were actually really hard. They were challenging. We have to make a stop at a store here soon. Need to buy some stuff. Buy some stuff. Yeah, put one to sleep there, girl. There you go. There you go, boy. Yo, future Dragon Master. Dragon Bastard Alex. Or something along those lines. Oh. Reminds me of a Zelda A Link to the Past shop. Let's buy a bunch of healing nuts. There we go. I need to find a place where I can buy some starlight. There we go. Just gonna buy a bunch of those. There we go. Defense. Oh, I don't have enough money. All right. He don't need it anyway. I think I already bought gear here, I think. Yeah, I already bought gear here. Yeah, okay. About armor. I've already bought armor here. I haven't done the story stuff here yet. So I just want to grind out a few levels before I go further into the story. Okay, so yes, we have. Alright. Back to the grind. And it was actually, for those listening right now, like my story Aurora, like the world of Aurora that disappears. Like, 3 things influenced that idea in my head. It was Vane, it was the Grand Stream Saga, and it was Chrono Trigger. I know, it makes me want to play Final Fantasy 12 talking about that. But yeah, it was the Kingdom of Zeal in Chrono Trigger, and this game, Vane, and the Grand Stream Saga on PS1. That was where the idea for Aurora being a floating archipelago in the story of Aurora, that's where it came from. Gets them levels. Gets them levels. Got him. That'll do. Boom. That is a wrap. I get everybody up here? I did. Did he hit 2 of them? No, he only hit 1. I thought he got them both in 1 shot. Alright. Oib. Oib obtained. You got the oib. Guys look like shit monsters. The one-eyed shit monsters of the gorge. Okay. We'll wait on that. Give him that. Alright. Ready to get back to it. Nanza. The Nanza barrier. Oh, get him, boy. Looks like a Dodongo. Kind of looks like a Dodongo from The Legend of Zelda, like the original NES Zelda. By the way, I've seen some of these like fan remasters of like old games like Zelda. I think I saw one for Goonies too, even. The Zelda remaster for Zelda 1 looks phenomenal. Like, I want to play that. I've seen some Castlevania 2 Simon's Quest remasters too. Those look amazing as well. Brah, brah. Brah. Brah, why you hit me, brah? What is my... gold's coming back up? Or was that? Silver. Silver's coming back up. Paralyzed. You've been paralyzed. Oh, don't be paralyzed. Yeah, my son wants to play him. I told him I'm not sure if he's ready for him or not yet, but he wants to give him a try. He doesn't know he's getting a Switch 2 for Christmas, so I'm going to wait. I'm trying to find the Switch 2 with that new Pokemon game attached. And then I think he wants that. But I haven't even researched that new Pokemon game yet. I don't even know what kind of game it is. I'm assuming it's an RPG like the other Pokemon games. But I don't know. Oh, we're in trouble here. A little trouble here. Ooh, those ants hit hard. There we go. Keep him kicking. Keep him kicking. Alex, I need you to not be paralyzed anymore. Kind of hurting the team here, buddy. Oh, I got him again. I gotta get off of auto battle. Never mind, we're good. As soon as I get off auto battle, we're okay. Alex said, shut your mouth. He said, shut your mouth. Bro. She keeps trying to use Dream Cane on these shit monsters, and I think they're just immune to it. It's pretty handy against everything else in this area, though, but I think these things are immune to it. Yes, sir. God, I just love this era of video games so much. Night night. You were swept away by the Dream Cane. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. What am I doing? This is not where I want to be. I want to be over here with the nice Healy lady. Be interested to see at level 20 like how much of a power jump that is for them. I remember the jump from 19 to 20 was pretty strong. I can't remember if it's Lunar 1 or 2. But I'm pretty sure the jump from 19 to 20 is really strong. Oh shit, we're almost there. Okay, just a few more battles. I thought we were further away than that, but I guess we're closer than I thought. Well, let's go ahead and heal. Get ready for this push. Mm. Two more battles. Then for her it is about 4 or 5 more battles for her. Oh yeah, there you go. Just finish it. Just finish it. Okay, so it's going to be one more battle for him. It's not a strong draw as far as the EXP drop. One more battle. We are literally 26 points, 136 points. Okay, this should do it. I think these guys are like 10 or 11 each. I'll say drop it on him, Alex. There you go. Bruh. 10 each. Got it. HP increased by 4. MP by 3. Attack increased by 3. Defense by 1. Okay. See, he is not healed though. That's fine. He's stronger now, so. So not a massive jump from 19 to 20. It is 20, right? That's where he's at. Yep. All right. Well, I don't think that's everything in the area. I think I keep missing a couple of enemies by coming down here too soon. Yeah, there's one I missed. All right. Nighty night. Oh yeah, next fight. She's leveling. She's leveling next fight. And did I leave anyone up here? I did. Left this big boy. Alright, time to snap out of it, Alex. Let's go. Let's go. Got him. Luna had some nice increases there for her. She had a significant jump there. All right. All right, it's been a fun stream, but it is 3:45 and I need to get some sleep. So happy Thanksgiving to everybody if you're in the States. If you're not in the States, happy Thursday or whatever day it is where you're at. I hope y'all have a great night. Be safe, be good to each other, keep rocking. I will see you all. We're going to stream tomorrow night? I think we will. We will stream tomorrow night. We will be here on the stream, or we'll be over on the ARAURA channel tomorrow night. One of the two. We'll be somewhere. I'll put a post up on the channel, let you all know. If you want to join, feel free. And I will see you all then. I am going to leave that one more time. That's the new ARAURA video. Go check it out. Appreciate all the love. Throw a like on there. Share it around. All that kind of good stuff. Subscribe to the ARAURA channel. And you all have a great night. Thank you all so much. I'll see you all tomorrow night. Later.